Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Willie Acres Arena, the site of this cross-county matchup between the number 4 ranked Logan Wildcats and the number 10 ranked Scott Skyhawks. Good evening again. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. The Logan Wildcats coming off a loss to their county rival, the Chapmanville Tigers, 60-55 on Tuesday. They now come back into action, Nathan, with a formidable opponent in the Scott Skyhawks, who have played Chapmanville tough this year once already and have some great senior leaders in Tanner Bell and John Hamilton to lead this team.
Yeah, Jagger Bell is one of those guys that you can always count on to have a big day for Scott. And, you know, the Skyhawks team, this is a sectional opponent. They're a very talented team. This is a nice section preview for Logan, who, putting this schedule together, they had to circle this as a big week. They didn't get the win at Chapmanville, so they go 1-1 against the Tigers this year. Logan picked up the win at Scott earlier in the season, actually, I believe without David Early, if I remember that correctly. So Scott's got to be looking for some revenge here tonight, but Scott, a very good team, and Logan, a very good team. This one should be fun, and we're geared up for – this is a big sectional game here, because whoever wins this game, James, I think is in line for possibly getting that 2 seed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens with the seeding, especially when you talk about Logan's record now, that the SSAC has put down those two games in Tennessee that are now forfeits for Logan and their record. So Logan's record at 10-7 right now. I don't think those 2 losses really matter in the sectional seeding portion of it. No. But if you look at it from somebody that doesn't follow Region 4 Section 2 very well, you start to see Logan's record and question where are their losses at. And it's just something that sometimes AP voters may overlook when they start making votes, and sometimes that can play an effect in your sectional seating.
Absolutely it can, and if you look, we talked, Chris and I did on the pregame show the other night for the Chapmanville-Logan game. If Logan had won that game, Chris and I both agreed that Logan would be in the driver's seat to be the 1 seed in the section. That did not happen, so I believe now you're going to see a Chapmanville squad in charge of their own destiny here for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, Logan's got Scott, they've got Mingo County all nipping at their heels. Now, right now, Logan's got the advantage, so they probably should end up getting the 2 seed if we played today. But we've got a long way to go until sectionals. Logan's still got to play Scott. So should be a fun way to end the year. A lot of good teams playing, and you never know when it comes to the voting. So it's going to be fun to find out.
You know, you mentioned that we still got a long way to go. When you look at the schedules, it sure doesn't feel that way, because Logan only has, if you count tonight's game, they only have 5 games left. Scott, in a very similar situation as well. They only have about 5 games left as well. So we're now heading into that key point in the season, Nathan, where you want to be playing your best basketball at the right times. And, you know, I think Logan is close to doing that. You know, that was a very tight game against Chapmanville on Tuesday night. And then Scott has played very well. We're going to find out a lot about the Skyhawks in these next 2 games. So the game here tonight against Logan, and their next game is at Poca on Tuesday, February the 11th. So we're going to find out a lot about the Skyhawks in these next 2 games.
Oh, yeah, big games there. And you know our buddy up in Basketball Friday night, Joe Linville. Hello, Joe.
I'm sure he's listening.
We know you're watching, Joe. You and Ryan Epling, they do a great job on Basketball Friday night. So hello to them. He's going to have key interest in this one. Of course, the Chapmanville-Scott game came down to a controversial block charge call. And then the JV game here tonight, Scott pulled off a win in overtime by 2 over the Wildcats. So we've had some fireworks already tonight. We could see more.
Well, we thank you for watching and listening on WVOW Radio, 101.9 FM, 1290 AM in Logan, West Virginia, as well as on video productions. We might be the only game in town tonight. A lot of cancellations throughout the state. We thank you for watching and listening, and our prayers go out to those that are affected by the floodwaters, especially our friends in Mingo County and eastern Kentucky that were hit very hard yesterday due to the flooding. We're going to step aside for a break, 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you here from Willie Acres Arena. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy. My lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
Yeah, we got Russell until 2022, Towns until 2023.
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash for drive-wise.
Culver, Okogie.
It's war on the road.
I mean, we're so young.
So
right
can
now.
Culver run the point? I mean, that's where he's at right now. I don't see him.
I don't like him as the point.
Well, but that's what he's playing.
Well,
when Russell gets there, he's going to be your
Russell's gonna be
1-2
the point.
hybrid, and Culver's going to be your 2.
Win for you.
You play Okogie as your 3.
Gang?
Either him or we got Alan Crabb.
Because
So.
around here,
Slide Crabbing a lot. I mean, this year doesn't matter.
No, I mean, this year is nothing because Crabb's gone after this year. We got
Evans
James
Funeral
Johnson.
Home and Cremation
who's-
Services, founded in
I actually like that
1975
pickup.
by
I don't know
Riley
why
Joe
he hasn't
Evans,
been
is a
playing in
full-service
Miami.
funeral
I
provider.
know
And
nothing
2020
about
makes
that
it 45
situation.
years
I know
of offering
nobody's gonna get
services that
hurt if
respect
he's
all
there,
faiths,
so.
personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan
We're
with its own
live,
crematory.
apparently.
Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Huggs sent you.
Welcome back here to Willie Acres Arena. James Barker and Nathan Bush. I'm glad some of you guys got to listen to what Nathan and I talk about off the air as we talked about some NBA trades and some Timberwolves basketball. Nathan's NBA team.
Already got my D'Angelo Russell jersey in the mail. I ordered it this morning.
And Logan heading into the locker room for their their pregame talk from Coach Zach Green. And it's good to see Coach Zach Green back on the bench, Nathan. He had to miss that game at Chapmanville due to the flu and something that has been rather rampant specifically for Logan coaches because we saw Kevin Gertz in the girls' game on Monday at Chapmanville, not there because of the flu as well. So good to see Zach Green back on the bench tonight for the Logan Wildcats.
Yeah, and I wonder how much him not being there, I should say, I almost said his lack of presence affected the Wildcats because it had to be a little different in a big game like that, not having your head coach there. But nevertheless, the Wildcats won't make any excuses for what happened. But it's going to be interesting, James, to see how Logan comes out and handles this. They're coming off a really big loss to Chapmanville. Close game, mind you. But them being at home against this cross-county rival, Scott, a very good team, a team you can't take lightly. You know, you talked about Jagger Bell and some of those guys. And, Scott, they travel well. There's a lot of Skyhawk faithful here tonight. They even brought the cheerleaders. So not something we see a lot of here in Logan is, the cheerleading squads and a lot of big crowds. But, it'll be interesting.
Time now for the Logan Regional Medical Center Keys to the Game for the key to your health care. With Logan Regional Medical Center offering care for every stage of life from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Nathan, your keys to the game for the Wildcats tonight.
For the Wildcats to come out on top, they got to play lockdown defense, and they're going to have to find some scoring outside of David Early. And I think that was their biggest trouble against Chapmanville was David Early got 28 in that ball game. Logan put up 55. They just didn't have enough scoring outside of him to really take it to the Skyhawks. When they played here at Logan, that was where they came up so big. There were so many good scores, and guys had looks. Ball just wasn't going through the hoop. It wasn't like a bad shot, but if Logan's able to play their lockdown defense that they're getting so much better at as the season goes on, and they're able to find people to score outside of David Early when he's getting double teamed, they should be fine.
Those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game for the key to your health care. Did you know that Logan Regional Medical Center has a lab and x-ray locations off-site, such as the Coalfield Health Center in Chapmanville, Doctors Park on the campus of Logan Regional, and a drawing station at the Cancer Center in Holden. Logan Regional Medical Center, expanded services, always here for you. Starting lineups for the Scott Skyhawks as they wear their road black uniforms trimmed in that old gold with the old gold numerals And Scott across the chest. John Hamilton gets the start at point guard. Great athlete is Hamilton for the Skyhawks. Landon Stone, the sophomore, gets the start as well. Jagger Bell, the big guy on the inside. A tough matchup problem for Logan tonight will be Jagger Bell, the senior. 24, Gavin Cooper gets the start, and 34, Caleb Dingus, the forward, starting for the Skyhawks as well. This is a Skyhawk team that returns 4 of 5 starters from last year's squad. For the Logan Wildcats, a familiar lineup for Coach Zach Green's ball club. It's Early, Hayner, Williamson, Glick, and Cook to get the starting lineups as the lights are off here in Willie Acres Arena. And again, you know,
chills every time.
It does not get old when you see this here at Willie Acres Arena. But Early, 28 points on Tuesday night against Logan. And as Nathan mentioned in the Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, it wasn't Early's performance that was lacking for the Wildcats. It was his help.
And I'm not taking anything away from the defense played by Chapmanville. They played excellent defense and was able to stop everyone else. And Chapmanville is a great squad, James. Take nothing away from them.
Yeah, but you're just saying that for Logan to make that next step forward, they've got to get scoring from other players. The one kid that did produce in that game against Chapmanville was Jaron Glick.
Absolutely.
Kept Logan in that game early on as Chapmanville jumped out to a big double-digit lead in the first quarter, but it was Glick's back-to-back threes in the first that really kept Logan in the game when Early went out with 2 fouls in the first quarter. As Early gets a cheer from the crowd, the all-time leading scorer here in Logan High School basketball history.
And the only 2,000-point scorer in Logan history. That's unbelievable.
And he still got 5 regular season games left.
He may get to 2,100 easily.
He averages about 25 a game for the Logan Wildcats. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the tip for you. A 2-minute break here on Video Productions and WVW. Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Logan Wildcat Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency, 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices in Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there's nationwide. This is WVW Radio in Logan. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, the tip between Logan and Scott. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
You don't say.
Kinsel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinsel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinsel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinsel, quality legal services close to home.
For your next vehicle, shop Thornhill Mitsubishi. Value, confidence, fast and easy credit acceptance, and total support with our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every new Mitsubishi. No matter what lies on the road ahead, Thornhill is here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
In the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, Thornhill Auto Group is here for you. Shop any of our 4 locations, open 7 days a week, and home of the Thornhill 10120. Don't overpay. Let Thornhill save you more on your next purchase. Go Thornhill and enjoy the easy drive to savings.
Back here at Willie Acres Arena, national anthem sang tonight by Logan High School cheerleader James Barger, Nathan Bush with you as we are ready for this top 10 matchup between Logan and Scott. It'll be Bell and Early to jump it up at center court. We thank you for watching and listening on WVOW Radio and Video Productions.
Yeah, a little DMX. Now we talking. Justin Turner up here running the PA. Got the throwbacks going. You can hear him tomorrow morning on the Hatcher Show.
It should be a good Hatcher Show tomorrow morning.
It's always good. Justin Turner, Mark Hatcher. I pipe in occasionally.
As we're ready for the tip. And a little okey doke there on the tip. Now we'll jump it up as Early tips it, controlled by Mitchell Hayner, and the Wildcats will move from left to right across your radio and internet feed. Early being guarded up top by Hamilton, swings it to Noah Cook in the corner to Williamson, tipped out of bounds by Gavin Cooper of the Skyhawks, and Logan will keep the basketball.
Looks like Scott's going to run a zone here.
It looks like a 3-2 zone, almost a flat 3-2 zone.
Yeah, very flat. I don't know. It's almost like it's almost a 2-3, but then they're extending the wing out a little farther up.
Williamson to Early, right wing. Now Williamson up top with it as he'll run the point right now for the Wildcats. Williamson looks inside, swings to the Cook left side. Now back up top, tipped away by Hamilton as Williamson chases it down out of Early high post, swings it in the corner. Mitchell Hayner, 3 from the left side is good. Big shot early on for Mitchell Hayner as the Wildcats are on the board as they'll pick up full court man-to-man.
Good find from Early there at the top of the key to find Hayner in the corner wide open.
Stone off the now foot of Hamilton as he bobbled it, went off his foot out of bounds. So the first possession for the Skyhawks is out of bounds.
John Hamilton's going to have to deal with Noah Cook all night. Probably something he's not going to enjoy too much.
Cook with it. Looks inside of the high post to Hayner. Now dribbles up top to Williamson. Glick with it, right side. Gets it on the baseline to Hayner. His pass tip and stolen away by the Skyhawks as Bell got a hand on it. Here comes Cooper up the floor with it. Cooper, stutter step, spin, drives inside, shot up off the glass and good. Gavin Cooper, the first bucket of the game for the Skyhawks. It's now 3-2. 6:35 to go here. Early loses it and then is bumped. We're going to call that on Stone. He picks up his first.
Yeah, and here's the move from Stone to go in with a little spin move. Tough shot. You see that on Video Productions, the Rob Kinzel Law Office replay, who also hosts Ask the Attorney on WVOW crossover.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Hayner. Sir Williamson swings it in the corner to Cook. Cook 3 is good. Noah Cook. Big shot from the senior there. 6-2 Logan lead, 6:15 to go.
He only had 3 against Chapmanville the other night. That one going through had to feel good.
Hamilton with it now. They'll drive in. Floater from the left elbow, no good. Rebound Early. Early spin move there, able to get through traffic. Early now, kicks it. Williamson, swing pass. Cook 3, left corner again is good. Momentum right now with the Wildcats. They lead 9-2. All of their points coming from that left corner 3.
If it works, it works. David Early got 2 assists already in this ball game.
Bell fadeaway at the elbow is good, and that is just a tough shot to defend.
You can't guard that.
And one of Jagger Bell's favorite shots to shoot.
You can't guard it. A fadeaway from the post, that's just almost impossible to guard.
Glick 3 from the right wing, no good. Rebound controlled by Bell underneath for the Skyhawks as Sean Ballard tries to tell his club to kind of slow down a little bit. Logan has tried to push this pace up. And Stone has it. The sophomore drives in, now dribbles back outside trying to set something up for the Skyhawks. Gives it off to Hamilton. Top of the key, Hamilton curls to the left side. Dribbles, he's trapped, swings it across to Bell. Long 3 for Bell. Will not count as Sean Ballard will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep things here as Logan 9-4 lead over Scott. 5:06 to go here in the first quarter of play.
And not a point or even a shot from David Early yet.
No.
Into this ball game. We're 3 minutes in, and here's the turnaround fadeaway. That's a shot I used to try and pick up ball. It never looked like that, and it never went through. That's just a really hard shot to make. That's like a Dirk shot. If he picks his leg a little more of a Dirk shot, but, man, that's so hard to guard. And if you look at our replay again, Noah Cook, 2 3-pointers already in this ball game for him. And he is an excellent defender as well. So both squads out doing what they do early.
So Logan, 3 threes from the left corner, 2 by Noah Cook, 1 by Mitchell Hayner. Let's give Logan this 9-4 lead. And Scott will inbound on the side, this left side nearest us in our broadcast location, high atop Willie Akers Arena. One of the only few places that actually has a press box in their gymnasium. Bell, off-balance shot, rolls out, no good. Rebound early.
One of the only places big enough to have a press box.
True, early. Skips it to Williamson, now to Cook, head fakes. Cook back outside early. Thought about the long three, now back out to Cook. He'll shoot a long one from the left side. Back rim, no good. Rebound tipped and then controlled by Cooper underneath for the Skyhawks.
That is a heat check there for Noah Cook. Don't mind that shot, though.
Absolutely not. As Hamilton has it now. He'll shoot a long three. Back rim, no good. Rebound batted down, now controlled by Early as he'll bring it up the floor. That was J.W. Martin range. Still there for the Skyhawks.
Early had what looked like Glick underneath open, but one of the Skyhawks tipped it.
As you see Stone guarded by Glick here. Stone is going to be harassed a little bit, and Glick will pick up his first personal.
And Glick playing tough defense here. And already halfway through the first quarter, I don't believe any team has subbed anybody out yet, sticking with their starters here for most of the quarter.
Stone guarded by Glick as he runs the point. Bell with it, top of the key. Turns around, now tries to face up. Mitchell Hayner goes straight to the basket, and Jagger Bell continues to be a thorn in the side as Early splits a double team. Skip pass up ahead to Glick. Glick looking for somebody. Finds Williamson across the court now on the right side. Williamson drives in. His shot up off the rim and good. That one a little bit of a weird shot there from Williamson. It went off the wrong foot, but he makes the bucket. It's a 5-point lead for Logan, 11-6.
Pretty or ugly, it goes through, it counts. So good move from Williamson.
Stone guarded by Williamson now. Now over to Hamilton, guarded by Cook. Scott has pulled this out a little bit, trying to slow down the pace.
And that's where Scott's going to have the advantage. They need to slow the game down and try to limit Logan's fast break opportunities.
Cooper in the lane. They call a charge. Absolutely great job there by Garrett Williamson, sliding over the help defense and takes the charge, as we'll see Caleb Dingus check back into the game.
Well, it proved me wrong. I thought there was no subs early on. I was wrong. There was a sub. But Garrett Williamson, he's just a freshman, and the things that this guy can do on the basketball court, he's special. Him and a lot of these young players for Logan, they got a long way to go.
Early with it, right side, dribbles in, steps right in the three-point line inside of it and makes the jumper for his first bucket of the game. 13-6, Logan leads by 7.
Pretty jump shot there. The mid-range game has kind of become a lost art, and another timeout from the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Sean Ballard takes another timeout, and it's another 30-second timeout. We'll keep things here again. So Scott already 2 timeouts down here in the first quarter of play.
Logan's pressure defense has caused that Logan's defense getting up on Scott, trapping there, and really had nothing to do. Had to call the timeout.
So Logan a 13-6 lead, 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. It's interesting when you look at down Logan's stat sheet, something we haven't seen at least this week when they're one game against Chapmanville. 4 of the 5 starters for Logan already in the scoring column.
Yeah, and that's where Chapmanville did such a good job. They kind of just limited everybody else outside of Early from scoring. And I don't remember if Glick, I think, might have been the only other player in double figures. I could be wrong on that, though.
Stone with it, gets a screen from Bell at the top. Now gets it up top to Hamilton. Hamilton will drive. Little awkward jumper, but John Hamilton able to get it to go for his first bucket of the game. And here comes Early down the floor, leading by 5, 13-8. Hayner with it. Thought about the 3. Now we'll shoot it right side. Rolls all the way around and couldn't get it to drop. That hit every part of the rim. Just couldn't get it to go. Rebound to the Skyhawks, though. The Stone brings it across half court.
Went halfway down and came out.
Bell with it. He'll drive. Fadeaway shot. Couldn't go. Early with the rebound underneath. Here comes David with it. Early gets bumped. No call there. Swing pass. Hayner thought about the three. Now he'll drive right baseline. Blocked from behind by Dingus, and they call the foul on Dingus there, so it'll send Hayner to the line to shoot two.
That was a tough take there from Hayner. If they don't foul there, I don't know if Hayner's really going to be able to get that shot off, but that was a very nice move from Early to get up court there and find Hayner. Early's been just pulling off some miraculous moves here in this game.
The first shot from Hayner short there. One thing we have noticed from Mitchell this season is foul shots have not been as clean as he would probably like them. And misses the second.
Yeah, and that's you can't leave points at the free throw line in a game like this, James. Just can't do it.
Scott with the ball, down 5 with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bell with it. May have traveled, but got away with it. Now over the Stone. Stone drives in. His shot up. Gets the bucket and the foul.
I don't think Bell traveled, but, boy, it was close. That's about as many steps as you could take and get away with.
He was wobbly for sure as we look at the All-State Good Hands replay here on Stone's drive as he goes up and over Williamson to get the bucket there.
It's a tough bucket.
Yeah, it was. And Stone makes and completes the three-point play. As we'll now see Gavin Cooper check back into the game.
Scott going to their bench early here. Talked about it earlier. I didn't think anybody had subbed, but Scott apparently had been doing so. Logan sticking with their starters.
2-point lead for the Wildcats. Glick with it. Hands it off to Early. Early swings it across now to Cook to Glick. Glick thought about the three. High post to Williamson. Jumper, a little hard. Rebound controlled underneath by Cooper for the Skyhawks. And Scott with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession for the first time of the game.
I think Williamson just shot a little too quick there.
Bell inside, head fakes around Early, blocked from behind by Hayner, but they're going to get a push by Hayner in the back, and that'll send Bell to the line to shoot two.
You can't let Bell get baseline and then try to go for a steal. It's just not going to work. You've got to guard him and try to force him out away from the paint. He's too good underneath to try and play, just catch him sleeping. It's not going to happen.
We'll see Aiden slack up and take his warm-up off as he'll head to the scores table as Bell makes the first.
And looks like Cameron Hensley is going to come in as well.
So Hensley in, as is Slack, as Cook takes a seat, as does Jaron Glick.
Cameron Hensley played great against Chapmanville, I thought. Didn't have a lot of scores, but he played some really good defense for the Wildcats in that game.
As Bell misses the second. So Bell goes 1 of 2. Logan leads by 1, 13-12. Hensley up ahead with it. Gives it back to Early. Early on the corner. Jump step. Loses it. Kicks it right out to Hayner. 3, top of the key. Back rim, no good. Rebound controlled by the Skyhawks. John Hamilton with it. And now Scott with a chance to take the lead here on this possession.
It's almost like Scott's willing to let anybody but Early shoot.
Dolan with it in the right corner. Looking. Guarded by Williamson. Now back outside to Gavin Cooper. Cooper looking for something. Now gets it over to Hamilton. Hamilton back outside to Bells. They swing it around the horn. Now outside to Cooper. Now Hamilton, he's got a wide open look for 3. Short, no good. Rebound controlled, though, by Dingus underneath. A little circus shot, no good. Rebound Early. And Logan comes away pressing with the basketball up ahead. Early, left-hand layup, no good. Tipped out to Williamson. Williamson's shot rolls in.
Williamson, right place, right time. As Early couldn't get there, but got the score as we're down to 5 on the clock.
15-12 as now finally Cooper realizes it. His heave blocked by Hensley, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Back and forth, but Logan able to hold the lead for much of the first quarter. As we head to the second quarter, Logan leads Scott 15-12. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Logan High School basketball action right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Back here at Willie Acres Arena, 15-12. Logan leads by 3. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. High atop the press box here, Logan Memorial Fieldhouse. It'll be Scott basketball to start this second quarter of action. And Nathan, Logan able to push out to about a 6-point lead, was their largest lead of the game, but Scott has fought their way back and stayed in this one.
Logan was knocking down shots early, but as of late they've struggled a little bit. Had a couple of second chances, which has really helped.
Bell reverse layup, no good. Rebound underneath the early. He's already got 5 rebounds here tonight. Carson Kirk up ahead, loses. They're going to call a charge there. He's just out of control as Kirk couldn't control his body and runs right into Scott for the offensive turnover.
Yeah, and that's the right call there. Kirk was just on his horse, taking off down the middle of the lane, trying to pass and lost the ball. And unfortunately, that's a turnover for Logan.
As we'll finally see Hamilton get the ball off the inbounds pass from Dingus. Hamilton up the floor. Slack trips and falls. Hamilton lob pass inside. Shot up, no good. As
another charge.
Another charge there on Hamilton. And that'll a quiet warning there from the official to Hamilton as he walked by to make sure that Hamilton understood not to be as emotional after the call.
There's been a little jawing down on the court between a couple of players as well. Just nothing bad. Players being players.
Early up ahead. Kirk with it. Picks up his dribble. Now inside to Hensley. Back outside Williamson. Head fakes. Drives in. Skip pass over to Kirk. Baseline jumper. Good for Carson Kirk.
Great court vision from Garrett Williamson to find Kirk, who just kind of bled out or fell out there and just found the ball.
Inside, Caleb Dingus gets the bucket.
I think Scott is wanting some foul calls here that they're not getting. Logan not getting them either. They're letting them play.
Kirk with it inside early. Good pass, early jumper. Rolls out, though. Rebound underneath by Cooper.
Well, you won't see that often.
Up ahead now. Hamilton shot up and over early. John Hamilton's second field goal of the game. It's a 1-point game, 17-16.
Good shot from Hamilton over Early. Put it right where Early couldn't reach it.
Slack over to Williamson. Fakes the pass, drives in, shot, no good, and a charge. That's the third charge we've seen in the second quarter already, Nathan. As we look at our replay here on Video Productions, that long pass down the court and then Hamilton's finish.
Not going to see Scott push the tempo like that much against Logan, mainly because that's what Logan wants to do, but they found him kind of napping there and was able to get a bucket for Hamilton.
Dolan with it, looking for somebody to give it up to, finally gives it up to Cooper, who will set things up now to Bell. Bell guarded by Hensley. He'll drive in, left hand, reverse layup, no good, but he's fouled by Hensley, and Jagger Bell will go back to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, and that was Hensley, that's all he could do. He had to foul, otherwise he was giving up an easy layup. And you'll see it here. Bell just bodies him up, triple threat position, just gets by him. Hensley has to foul. It's our all-state replay. You're in good hands.
Bell makes the first tie we've had since 0-0. And Bell with a chance to give Scott their first lead of the game. And does. Scott an 18-17 lead, 6:12 mark to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Scott was down 9-4 at one point, and they brought it back now to take the lead.
Early over to Cook. Back outside to Early. Early drives in, jump stop. Oh, wow, great take to the rim. Couldn't finish, though, and it'll go out of bounds off of Early, and it'll go back to the Skyhawks. And right now, Logan a little disheveled on the offensive end.
And, you know, Early found a window there that I didn't think there was a window. I thought he was just going to get blocked, but he got his arm through there with the ball and was able to lay it up. And Logan's definitely frustrated on offense right now as Early goes to the bench.
Long pass up ahead to Stone, and he traveled. Yeah, absolutely. He took 2 steps there. He had to make the dribble if he wanted to continue with the shot, but it was a great look there for the Skyhawks, but Stone just couldn't get it off in time.
Would have been a great touchdown.
Yeah, it would have.
You can get away with that on NBA on TNT. I think that's about the only place you can get away with it. I watched Kendrick Perkins take 9 steps one time.
Yeah, Zach Green may want to take a timeout. Another Logan turnover as Kirk threw it where Slack was cutting from, and now we'll get Slack out of the game and Williamson back in.
Yeah, Logan just, as you said, disheveled right now. They really look like they're not lost, but they're just kind of shell-shocked.
It's got a 1-point lead, 18-17. And Stone will bring it up the floor. Williamson almost with the steal. He knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Skyhawks.
And notice how the intensity picks up when Noah Cook's on the court. Every time this kid's on the court, the defensive intensity always picks up.
Scott having trouble inbounding the ball now, finally to Stone. Stone dribbles across the timeline. And now over to Hamilton, who's guarded by Cook. Gets a high screen for Bell. Takes it the other way. Kicks it in the corner. Stone 3 from the right side. No good. Rebound underneath. An offensive rebound by Dolan. Now a drive in by Bell. His shot no good. And here come the Wildcats. Hayner up ahead to Kirk, and they're going to call a foul there. And that's the right call. Hayner got hit right in the face. And it's by Hamilton. So even though Logan may have had a layup there on the Kinsel Law replay, we'll look here. You see Hamilton just hit Hayner right in the face as Kirk would have had a layup, but Hamilton picks up, I believe, his second.
Not a bad foul from Hamilton, though. Saved a bucket and with the old Roddy Piper eye poke. A little throwback for you.
It's a big throwback. And now we're going to get an offensive foul there as it's either going to be on Hamilton, or excuse me, on
Williamson.
On Williamson for Kirk, and they do call it on Williamson, as that'll be his third.
And David Early's back now with, he got about a minute breather. Getting chippy out there.
Man, what do you expect from two longtime rivals?
Yeah. I remember when I went to Logan High School, we dreaded the Scott games. They used to give us fits.
Up ahead with it, Cooper, floater off the glass, no good. Early tips it out to Hayner as he pulls down the rebound. Skip pass up ahead now to Kirk. Kirk, right corner, back outside to Noah Cook as Logan will reset the offense. Kirk gets it inside to Early, right block, drives in, and they're going to call a block. Now, the Scott fans are not going to like that call. That is absolutely the right call.
It was.
As Cooper was moving as Early moved. You look at your All-State Good Hands replay as Early has it there. And he slid into the movement Early, and that's where you get the foul call.
Yeah, and that's the right call. And the crowd sitting, they haven't seen a block all night, so you knew the first block tonight there was going to be a little bit of rumblings.
So Early makes the first. It's only his third point of the game as we see Jaron Glick check back in at the 4:29 mark, 18 all between these two longtime rivals.
Yeah, I remember Scott having Coach Kingery back when I was in high school. Oh, my goodness, the blood feud that was Scott and Logan back then.
Anytime you say, I remember, we need to bring up Bruce Springsteen's Glory Days. Just play it in the background.
Glory days.
Long three from Hamilton, back rim, no good. Rebound Early, skied for it. Now it puts it up ahead. 3-on-3. Early splits two defenders, goes up, shot is good.
Some of the Scott crowd wants a walk. That was definitely not a walk. Euro steps his way in for a bucket.
20-18. Logan retakes the lead. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Stone, skip pass ahead, stolen by Hayner. He gets bumped and fouled. That was not intentional, obviously, as Dingus pulls him up, and we see our Kinsel Law instant replay on Early's rebound and take to the bucket.
And there's the Euro step, and that's a bucket. I know a lot of people don't like the Euro step, but that's not a walk.
You know, it's considered a jump stop, part of the natural movement.
Exactly, unless James Harden's doing it. He takes 5 steps. They never call. Anyway, get me off my soapbox.
Hayner makes the first. He missed his first two tonight. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1, so he'll get that second shot. As we'll see Dolan check back in for the Skyhawks as he'll replace Dingus.
Make sure you're here with us after the ball game. Once James and I are done, we're going to kick it out to Basketball Friday night with Joe Linville. Hello, Joe. Ryan Epling. I'll give him a couple shout-outs tonight. I guess they've earned it.
Glick with the offensive rebound off the Hayner miss. Hayner floater up and good, and no! The offensive charge. no basket. As they say, Hayner came in with the charge. We'll see our Kinsel Law replay.
Let's see it here.
He's set.
Right call.
Right call.
Absolutely the right call. The officials have done a great job tonight.
They really have. This is state tournament crew. Zach Green going to talk to Timmy Ryan about that call.
You talk to Timmy all you want, Coach. That's the right call.
Skip pass up ahead now to Dolan. Dolan drives in. He goes up, gets the layup to go. And Braxton Dolan off the bench gets his first points, and Scott cuts the Logan lead back to 1, 21-20. Early ahead with it. Drives in, gets bumped, shot up, gets the bucket to go.
David Early's so special, James. It's unbelievable what this kid can do. 6'6", built like a tank, and you'll see on our replay here. Well, it goes through two guys, gets the contact and finishes. You can't coach that. That's just something that you're born with.
You can't defend it either.
No. With it.
Early completes the three-point play. He's got 8 tonight to lead all scorers.
Tell you what, Marshall's going to be scary in a couple of years. Early, Obina, just to name a few. Jeremy Dillon's still there. Devin Collins.
It's a Logan Mingo County All-Star group.
It really is, honestly.
Scott with the ball as they'll trail by 4 with 3:10 to go here in the first half. Hamilton with it, calls for the screen for Bell. Gets it. Now rolls, does Bell. Gets the ball inside. Left-hand layup for Jagger Bell. Great move by Bell as he now has 11. Early step back 3 rattles out. No good, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like on Slack, out of bounds. As that Bell picks up his 9th point. Correction there. And it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity on the other end as Slack picks up, I believe, his first.
We got a long way to go in this quarter, too, for that 1-and-1 call.
Yeah, it makes the 1-and-1 now makes Robbie's over-under that he posted on Facebook attainable at 121. Of course, I told him it was. I said over. It's got to be the over. Because Dolan makes the first there on the 1-and-1.
Robbie's lines are always fun.
Dolan makes the second. 24 all now between these two rivals. 2:45 to go in the first half. Glick with it. Drives in. Pull-up jumper in the paint. Short. No good. It goes out of bounds and back to the Skyhawks. First time for Scott to actually build on something here in this possession. They led by 1, 18-17. That's their largest lead and only lead of the game. And now we're tied at 24, and the Skyhawks have a possession here. Bell lost it. Hansley picks up the steal. He'll push it ahead behind his back. Lost it, got it back, swings it out. Cook with it, drives in, skips it in the corner to Slack. Slack drives in. He got held there, and that's a good foul call there by Timmy Ryan.
David Early screaming in the corner. He was wide open, and how he was wide open, James, I'll never know. He should have a beacon on him if you're the Skyhawks. And as you see it here, and, yeah, he was definitely held. Timmy Ryan, man, he's one of the best.
He's a good one. Good young official. We need more of them in the state of West Virginia.
Also a stout young man, too. If you look at him.
Slack misses this foul shot attempt. Cook got the rebound, and now they're going to call a jump ball. Possession will go to Logan. A little bit of a wild possession there as Logan got the offensive rebound off the 1-and-1 as Cook got it, missed the shot, and then a tie-up gives Logan the possession back.
Logan's just hurrying their shots, James. They're getting good looks. They're just missing them because they're in such a hurry.
And that one tipped out of bounds to stay with the Wildcats, though.
They're really blanketing early right now, which, I mean, can't blame them too much there. Young crew in here other than Noah Cook. Got Glick, Hensley, Slack.
Glick with it. Is Logan trying to take another lead in this ball game? 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 24 all. Early with it. Drives in, kicks it over to Hensley, through his hands out of bounds.
Hensley wasn't ready for it, and that's a turnover, and a costly one could be for the Wildcats with 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
Let's talk about Scott for a little bit, Nathan. They play Chapmanville to a 1-point loss.
Well, and they don't ever want to see another block charge call again. No. There's been so many here tonight.
But they're tied up with Logan right now. Hensley, great steal, and they're going to call that over and back, and it is.
It is.
That's the right call.
It is.
Hensley stole the ball in the front court, threw it into the back court behind the timeline. That's an easy over in the back call.
I mean, that's the right call.
But, Scott playing right with Logan. So, your top 3 seeds presumably
James,
in Region 2.
The top 6 in this region
are really, really good.
The whole region's good.
Lob the Bell over early, but tipped somehow to Landon Stone as he lays it in for Scott's largest lead of the game at 2, 26-24.
That was unlucky break for Logan. Big break for Scott as Stone was there and made the good find. Well, Early wants the ball so bad he can't stand it.
Trying. Are they going to call it on Early? No, they're going to call it on Kevin White. So White picks up the foul. Here's the lob to Bell that tips it to Stone somehow for the layup to give Scott that 2-point lead. As
our cameraman almost missed it.
Yeah, Aaron Stone down there.
He's on top of it.
He is. Does a good job. And, and Aaron's one of those guys that does whatever you ask him to do.
Yeah, he even brought me up a water earlier. Good man. Only cost me $45.
He'd tell you supply and demand.
That's true.
As Early makes the first, misses the second. Scott's still a 1-point lead as Bell gets the rebound. And the Skyhawks will have the basketball. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Hamilton with it. Dribbles in. Pull-up jumper at the foul line. Short, no good. Rebound Early underneath. Early lost it, though. Tips it to Slack, and Slack moved. And Fuji Williams upset with the sloppiness of the Wildcats.
I mean, Logan's in such a hurry, James, to get the ball down court and try to go. Scott's defense is doing a good job of disrupting those passing lanes and making it difficult on Logan to get the ball across half court just to even set up their offense.
26-25, Scott leads. Minute 15 to go in the first half. Cooper with it. Picks up his dribble, now to Bell. Bell fade away about 16 feet away, and Jagger Bell, a dagger there.
Speaking of special, Jagger Bell, that kid is good.
He's got 11. Early drives in. He's blocked from behind, and that'll send Early to the line to shoot 2 as Bell picks up, I believe, his first of the half.
Yeah, Bell and Early played great defense on our Kinzel Law replay there on Video Productions, but another block charge call, James. Scott, they're probably going to be the people voting to get rid of that rule.
Early at the line makes the first.
The bang-bang play, hard to see. Let's look at it here on our replay, and that's close.
It is close.
That could have went either way.
I think Early was attacking as Bell moved into position, and I think that's where the call was made.
Hey, they don't pay me to make that call, thank God.
And Early makes the second, so the lead back to 1 for the Skyhawks, 28-27, 1:01 to go here in the first half.
Sharpshooter Trey Brown in for Logan.
Oh, he almost traveled with it and did, and I'm probably glad he did travel with it because Logan would have had numbers back the other way. As Dolan got across half court, left his feet with the ball, and then had nowhere to go with it.
The Ben Simmons rule, never leave your feet unless you know exactly what you're doing with the ball, because Ben Simmons never does.
Early swings it in the corner to Brown. Brown, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tipped, and it's over and back by Slack.
Right call. Right call again.
So Slack picks up another foul. That'll be another 1-and-1 opportunity for the Skyhawks. Actually, 2 shots for the Skyhawks as they're now in the double bonus.
They run Brown on the baseline to try and free him up. He doesn't make it as he got an open look. But then Slack goes over the back. And I'll tell you what, James, I don't know if we can give an MVP to officials, but this crew's done a fantastic job through this first half. A lot of calls, and they've got, I'd say all of them right so far.
Cooper misses the first. I'll agree with you. I was going to talk about that Logan play to Brown in the corner there. If you've played Logan basketball in the last 2 decades, you know exactly what that play is called. I will not talk about it on the air, but I remember it specifically because that's when they called it. I was going to shoot it regardless, so it didn't matter.
Some of us didn't make the team.
Yeah, Cooper misses both shots. Scott still a 1-point lead, 28-27, 33 seconds to go.
I think Logan will be happy to hold for 1 here.
Early with it.
they're going to D up early, though. They're not going to let him stand there with it.
Well, look, Cook. They give Cook all kinds of space as they wanted a foul on Early there as he's guarded heavily by the young White. Drives in.
Oh, the spacing.
Cook gives it off to Slack. Slack may have taken steps, and they do call the travel finally.
Bad spacing for the Wildcats there. They had Brown in the corner and Slack right next to him. And I saw that, and I'm like, ooh, that's just not what you want. You want the floor spaced out, but Scott's got a chance to add to this lead going into the half.
This will be an interesting conversation in halftime with Zach Green and his ball club.
I'm glad I'm not in there.
Cooper up ahead with it, crosses the timeline. Cooper drives in, shot up off the glass is good for Gavin Cooper. And the Skyhawks take their largest lead of the game into the locker room as they lead Logan 30-27. Nathan and I, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have some scoring statistics for you here for the first half of play. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
For your next vehicle, shop Thornhill Mitsubishi. Value, confidence, fast and easy credit acceptance, and total support with our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every new Mitsubishi. No matter what lies on the road ahead, Thornhill is here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
In the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, Thornhill Auto Group is here for you. Shop any of our 4 locations, open 7 days a week, and home of the Thornhill 10120. Don't overpay, let Thornhill save you more on your next purchase. Go Thornhill and enjoy the easy drive to savings.
Back here at Willie Acres Arena, James Barker, Nathan Bush. Halftime here as the upset-minded Skyhawks, a 3-point lead into the locker room here at half against the Logan Wildcats. And Nathan, Logan got out early, hit 3 threes from the same corner on offense, scored 9 quick points, and you thought, well, Logan's right back to it. They're going to try to blow the Skyhawks out of here. You can see this on our Kinzel Law Offense Instant Replay, but it's been the Skyhawks that have gotten some transition buckets. Here's the Cooper shot at the end of the first half, but Nathan, Logan is struggling to possess the ball. A lot of turnovers for Logan here in this one early on. We saw the same type of, I don't know if you want to call it panic against the Tigers down in Chapmanville, but maybe Zach Green is going to call it carelessness as he talks to his club at halftime.
I've seen Logan, they're just rushing a lot of shots, James. Seems like they get good looks. They got people in the right position where it needs to be, and the hurriedness of the shots is what causes them to miss them. And if you don't plant your feet, get set, and release at the right time, then you're not going to be able to knock down those shots. And that's what Logan's missing right now is some shots that they need to make. And, Early's done a great job in this ball game. A lot of his scoring coming from the free throw line, but Scott's had a blanket on him this whole game. And they've really had not a lot for him to do in terms of offense. On defense, Scott's done a good job of getting through the defense of Logan. Jagger Bell's knocked down some incredibly difficult shots. John Hamilton's done a good job getting the Skyhawks out in transition. They've done a good job in this ball game, and you call it an upset. I don't know if Scott wins. I don't think I would call that an upset. Scott is a very good team. I think they're one of the more underrated teams in the state because nobody talks about them because I think they are in this region with Logan and Chapmanville, and they got Lincoln County and
Polka,
yeah, they play
Polka.
Polka.
The region. Yeah, I completely agree. This is a really good Scott Ball Club.
Very good.
They were good last year and brought back the 4 of the 5 starters from that team from a year ago.
And remember how close the game was between Logan and Scott up in Mingo Central during the section to go to that sectional final against Chapmanville. That was a close ball game, and Scott gave Logan everything they could handle, and Logan handled them earlier in the season, but that's not the same Scott club we're seeing right now. This is a different ball club. They've really come a long way this season so far. But, again, back to the Wildcats, they've got the tools. They're getting the shots. They're running the right plays. Just turning the ball over too much, James, and allowing I never thought I'd say this, allowing too many transition buckets for Scott. Scott's been the transition team tonight so far.
Yeah, they've beaten Logan's pressure pretty easily when Logan's applied it. Now, Scott has had some turnovers, especially when we look at the end of the first quarter, into the early part of that second quarter, but for the most part, Landon Stone, John Hamilton, and Gavin Cooper have done a really good job of breaking Logan's pressure, trying to set things up offensively. And when you look at Scott offensively, Nathan, a little bit unorthodox. They don't run a lot of those sets that when Logan plays that man-to-man defense, they pull everybody out of the paint or to the high post, a flex-type offense that they play. And it's been working for him tonight. They've opened up the lane for Jagger Bell. They've opened up the lanes for John Hamilton and Gavin Cooper, and they've been able to drive and make buckets.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job. James, in forcing people other than David Early to beat him. Early's got his at the free throw line. He really kind of took over that second quarter. Early on, Noah Cook knocking down jump shots. You had a lot of that left corner three, the first 3 threes of the game. Those shots were falling. Now they're not falling like the Wildcats would want them to. And I believe that Logan's going to have to find some scoring outside of David Early, or Scott may have their number tonight.
Check out the halftime scoring for both clubs. For Logan, Early leading the way with 11 points. Mitchell Hayner with 4 points. Garrett Williamson with 4 points. Noah Cook with 6 points. And Carson Kirk with 2 points. That all equals up to 27. So Logan, 27 points early with 11 of those here in the first half. For the Skyhawks, John Hamilton with 4. Landon Stone with 5. Jagger Bell with 11. Gavin Cooper with 4. Caleb Dingus with 2. And Braxton Dolan with 4. As that does the scoring for the Skyhawks here in the first half of play, as the Skyhawks will take a 30-27 lead into the second half. Nationwide insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Logan Wildcat Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices in Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there's Nationwide. This is WVOW AM/FM radio in Logan. Nathan and I are going to step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the second half of action between Scott and Logan. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball action right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln on 119 in Chapmanville, your full-service Ford Lincoln dealer. Go with Thornhill and expect the best in total value, service, and pricing on your next vehicle. Home of the Thornhill 10120, you'll get total support with Thornhill Ford Lincoln.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
At Farmer Climate Campbell, we pride ourselves on providing classic service.
You get a firm that's concerned about you, your family, as well as the legal process.
We combine the newest technology and digital tools
with our 35 years of experience
to help you get more than the insurance company wants to offer.
Traditional service,
contemporary techniques.
It'll never go out of style.
Call 346-5990.
Steve, is that your car?
No, it's a rental.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You'll get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Back here at Logan Memorial Fieldhouse, Willie Akers Arena, James Barker, Nathan Bush got a 3-point lead as we head into the second half of play. Nathan, what does Scott have to do to keep this lead, and what does Logan need to do to try to take over this game?
Logan's going to have to find some scoring options, James. Early's done a fine job. They had some scoring early on from their bench, but the second quarter, they really didn't have a whole lot going on offensively. Did a good job defensively, did Logan. Scott, they need to come out and knock down some jump shots as well. Both teams have done a great job defensively. I think this has been a defensive struggle from both teams, and we're going to see whoever can get the biggest run in them is going to be the winner of this ball game.
In the corner to Cooper. Bell inside, layup, no good. Rebound controlled by Logan as Bell couldn't get the shot to go. Williamson up ahead to Cook. Logan with their starting five back on the floor. Hayner with it. Pull-up jumper, right baseline, good.
And that's what Logan needs. Mitchell Hayner, he showed some spurts in the first half, had some good looks. Ball didn't fall. That one goes through, and Logan's going to need more from him. 1
point Skyhawk lead. They led by 3 at the end of the first half. 30-29 now. Bell inside. Shot up, no good. Good defense from Hayner inside. Early. Splits two guys. Now with it. Skip pass over to Williamson. Williamson jumper. Long rebound underneath the stone.
Again, shot looked a little hurried and overshot his mark.
Stone with it. Guarded by Glick as he'll dribble across the floor over to the right side now.
Logan sticking with their man-to-man defense.
Inside the Dingus. Back cut there. Good defense by Noah Cook. Nathan's boy with the steal now across to Early.
I love a good defensive player, James.
Early, crossover move, Euro step, fade away off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. Dingus up ahead with it now for the Skyhawks. Lobs inside, that was Cooper to Dingus as Caleb Dingus makes the layup.
It was a good move by Early, but then Scott gets back in transition again. They've been able to get back and find open men down the court.
32-29. Early into the corner to Glick. Good ball movement here for the Wildcats.
Zach Green's mad at somebody.
Skip pass in the corner. Hayner, 3 from the left corner, goes in, and we've got a tie game. Hayner scored all 5 points here for the Wildcats in the second half, 32 all.
I said somebody for Logan's got to come out and score, and Hayner's doing just that. Got him back in this ball game.
Dingus with it. Pass to Bell, fade away, right elbow, no good. Rebound underneath by Williamson.
You're not going to see him miss that shot often.
And here comes the Wildcats with the pace. Williamson back outside. Cook, they call a charge, they did.
Yeah, and that's gotta hurt for Logan because Cook made that 3.
What hurts even more as Williamson picks up his 4th, as we'll see the replay here. Williamson drives in, tried to avoid the contact.
He almost avoided it, but there was some contact.
And that is Garrett Williamson's 4th personal foul as he just disgusted is the young freshman.
He almost missed it. This is one of those things where if he'd been going about a half a mile an hour slower, he could have avoided it.
Scott with the possession now. They've been very patient on the offensive end for much of the night. Hamilton, guarded by Cook, gets a screen, now drives in, floater up in front rim, no good. Hayner rebound. Here comes Logan. Early's going to push the tempo. Early with it, drives in, jump stop, lost it, bumped as he went up as he'll go to shoot 2.
I've never seen somebody like David Early, as big as he is, James, as quick as he is, but so light on his feet. He can just kind of move and groove through people. Watch here, 2 guys there, 3 guys. He finds these lanes, and I don't know how he does it. It's so impressive to see.
He plays basketball like a running back.
He does.
He sees things happen, cuts against the grain a lot of times before people even realize that the lane's there.
It's one of those things where the game moves slower for players like that.
Yes.
Like things happen at a much slower pace for him.
Early makes the first. Logan regains the lead. Misses the second, though. A 1-point lead for Logan, 33-32. A little push off, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
As we saw Gavin Cooper bring it up the floor, good defense there by Aiden Slack as you got the push off there by Cooper trying to create separation. We see it here on our video.
Watch his left hand. There it is.
Anytime you see that extension, that's going to get that call.
Yeah, you can get away with it a little bit, but if you extend, you're going to get that offensive call every time.
Early pull-up jumper, elbow, got it to go.
Nice shot from Early. So he's able to get that one rolling. The Wildcats got a 3-point lead now, and Scott now needing to find an answer on their end on offense.
Yeah, Logan has an 8-2 run to start this second half. Bell inside, shot no good. Early, going to push it up the floor again behind the back. Picks it up now, left-hand layup, good. Coast to coast for David Early. We'll see if Sean Ballard takes a timeout here. He wants it to get across half court. Yep, they're going to keep things here as Ballard, a 10-2 run for Logan to start this second half.
The D1 move from Early, and they have definite foul there.
Yeah, a little reach in there. I'm not really sure who they called it on. Maybe Early.
Here's the reach. Excuse me, young man. I have a bucket to go get.
Yeah, reservations for two there at the bucket for Early.
Woo. That behind the back move that he does is so slick. I don't know how he does it. I tried that the other day at my house and nearly broke a flower pot.
Stone makes the first. Do we have that? Robbie, can you pull that up on video productions?
Luckily, no one was filming. My son's got better ball handling ability than me, and he's just one.
As Stone makes both.
Back to a 3-point game, and Logan offense starting to pick up some steam, but I tell you, this one feels like it's going to come down to maybe who gets the ball last.
Slack with it, gets it into the high post. Glick, floater, no good. Rebound underneath by Cooper. Cooper up ahead with it, slows it down, skips it over to Bell. Bell, reverse layup somehow. I don't even know why he shot it the way he did, but it was an up and under move. Couldn't get it to go, and here comes Logan as Hayner gets it bumped out of bounds.
Jagger Bell,
the Cats.
Jagger Bell has missed every shot he's taken this quarter, James, but credit the Wildcats. They've defended him without fouling, and that's been really the key here.
Early pull-up jumper. Couldn't get the roll to go. Bell with the rebound, and here come the Skyhawks. Cooper up ahead with it. Swings it, corner. Stone, three on the way. Rims out, no good. And it'll go to the Wildcats. So the shots that were falling in the second quarter for Scott now not falling for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, and here comes a couple subs in. Trey Brown in for Logan. And credit Aiden Slack on that last possession. Wide open three-pointer for Scott. He was able to close out on the shooter and prevent him from getting a wide open look.
Trey Brown with it. Swings it across to Cook. This extended zone defense. Long three for Brown. Back rim, no good. Early with the rebound. Shot up. Good. Count it. And the foul.
And that's where he can hurt you. Underneath the rim on an offensive rebound. He gets position, grabs the board, goes up with it, and one. And you'll see it on our replay here. Actually like the shot from Brown. Just doesn't go, and Early just finishes.
As
we're going to get a
quick stoppage here in the conference.
Well, while they talk, James, we've seen an awful lot of Chapmanville basketball players here tonight. We saw Hunter Jeffrey, Chase Berry, Philip Mullins, just to name a few.
Yeah, just enjoying the game as Chase Berry just signed to play football with the University of Charleston. Good deal for him as he gets to continue his education and continue to play. As Early makes the three-point play. Logan, their largest lead since the beginning of the game. They led at 7 at one point in time, was 9-2. Now they lead by 6, 40-34. Hamilton drives in. Good pass by John Hamilton inside to Braxton Dolan for the easy layup.
Nice move from Hamilton. He's a very special point guard, James. He does so many things and does them well for the Skyhawks, and that was a good find for an easy bucket.
Brown with it. 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Kickball there from Hamilton. As we look at our All-State good hands replay on the Hamilton drive and great pass to a cutting Braxton Dolan.
Travel.
Get a travel there on Hayner, and Scott will get the ball back.
Real quickly, you want to send a congratulations out also, spoken to Chase Berry going to UC. How about Brock Muncie and Quentin Moody all signing from the Man Hillbillies to go play football at the University of Charleston?
Muncie going to UC, and then Moody going to West Virginia State.
Yeah, all over in that area. My 2 stomping grounds over there.
Talked to Andrew Workman, played for Chapmanville, and now coaches at West Virginia State, and talked about Moody and what a great athlete he is and a great get for their program. Scott with the basketball. Good backdoor cut, and guess who again? Braxton Dolan. He's got 4 this half. He's got 8 in the game. Scott cuts the Logan lead to 2, 40-38.
That baseline cut's been there for Scott, and Early pulls up.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Bell. 2:10 to go. Scott with a chance to tie it or take the lead here. Bell drives in, fadeaway off the glass, no good. Early rebound, and here comes David. David up ahead with it. He's got one man to beat. Lost it. Goes right to Aiden Slack. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Brown with it, though. He's trapped in the corner. Tries to get it inside to Slack. Does. He gets bumped. Now back outside. Cook three. No good. Rebound, Bell underneath. Here come the Skyhawks with it. Dolan up ahead. Drives in on Hayner. Shot up. No good.
Good D from Hayner. Good D all the way around so far, James. Both teams playing good D.
Here comes Brown to Hayner. Hayner, pull-up jumper, baseline short. Slack tipped it out of bounds. It'll go to the Skyhawks. No, they're going to call a foul. They call it on Landon Stone as they say he hooked Slack, and it will stay.
Let's take a look at it here on our replay. And tough shot. I don't know about that one. That was close.
We'll let that one slide.
Yeah. They've done good all night.
They have. They've been good.
Well, I mean, and that's just from our vantage point. Maybe the official had a better look at it than we did, even with our replay.
Brown with it. Now to Cook. Cook drives in, kicks it out to Trey Brown. He'll try a long three again. Rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Cameron Hansley couldn't control it. And finally Cooper does for the Skyhawks. He finds Dolan up ahead with it. His shot up and good. I do not know how Braxton Dolan found the angle to get that ball off the glass, but he did, and Scott has tied it up 40 apiece.
That took some geometry to get that angle.
Logan trying to find their rhythm that they had early on here in the third. Cook, jumper in the paint, no good. Early taps out a rebound, somehow goes right back to him, gets the bucket and the foul. David Early already with 10 points here in the second half as we see this long outlet on our instant replay on Video Productions. And, again, I don't know how Dolan found that angle.
That's a rough one, but Early on the other end with a good rebound, and he's just been in the right place at the right time this whole quarter.
Early with it, makes the foul shot. Logan a three-point lead. 11 points here in the half for Early. He's got 22 in the game now. And, you know, when you look at his stat sheet, Nathan, just like you always do, you wonder where is the scoring at, and then the next thing you know, he's got 22.
Yeah. He's one of those guys, he can fill up a stat sheet, and really you don't even notice it. Like against Chapmanville the other night, he had 28. Until I counted it, I didn't realize it was that many. I was like, maybe he's got about 18. No, 28.
Crowd's now into it here at the Fieldhouse. Hamilton, great pass underneath the Dingus. His shot up and good. Early with the foul.
That's the right call.
Great job by Caleb Dingus muscling up the shot. Gets it to go, and he's got a chance at a three-point play as you look at your All-State good hands replay.
And a good pass there, and Early just a little body bump there, and that's going to lead to the foul and one. And Scott can tie it up here with 34 seconds to go in the third.
Dingus at the line with a chance to tie the game, and does. 43 apiece.
They're going to blanket Early the length of the court.
Yeah, this is Caven White came in.
Unenviable task of guarding David Early full court.
Cook with it, now over to Brown as they're going to hold for one shot. Will the Wildcats. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Logan and Scott all tied up in this Region 4 Section 2 showdown. Early with it, 6 seconds to go, behind his back. Drives in, floater, up. offensive foul on Early. No basket.
Well, two guys stood there trying to take the charge.
And that is Early's third personal foul. We look at our instant replay here.
Yeah, there was two Skyhawks there just waiting on Early to drive and bump into him. Our Rob Kinsel replay. 2 seconds left.
Hamilton with it. He'll have a heave. No shot. Doesn't count. And we head to the fourth quarter of play. All tied up. It's 43-43 between the Skyhawks and Wildcats. Nathan and I will be back with a fourth quarter of action right after this. You're listening to Logan Wildcat Basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Welcome back to Willie Acres Arena. James Barker, Nathan Bush with you. 43 apiece between the Wildcats and the Skyhawks in this Region 4 Section 2 showdown. As we're about a couple weeks away. Early bucket in the foul inside. As Early, another attempt at a three-point play. He's now got 23 in the game.
Found position in the post and just went around and finished. Definite contact.
Logan and Scott about a couple weeks away from sectional play.
I'll tell you what.
3 weeks away.
No easy games in that section.
Absolutely not. Early. Able to get the friendly roll here at the field house. 24 on the night for David Early. Logan back to a three-point lead, 46-43. Bell inside, got bumped by Hayner. They called on the floor. That'll be the sixth team foul on Logan.
1-1 the rest of the way for both squads.
Both squads.
And we got a long time to go in this quarter, 7:39 to go, so could be seeing a free throw shooting contest here.
Bell with it. Backs Hayner down. He
traveled.
Walked, yep. Jump stopped and then moved both feet in the paint. Now the Wildcats with a chance to increase their lead.
You got to think that Coach Zach Green is dying to get this to about a 6 or 7 point lead. Give themselves a little bit of breathing room.
Williamson skip pass in the corner to Brown. Now back outside to Cook. Cook thought about it. Head fakes, dribbles to the top of the key. Now inside over to Hayner. He'll drive right baseline. They're going to call a block there on Bell. That'll be Bell's second or third personal.
1-on-1.
And it does send Hayner to the line for a 1-on-1.
Or does it?
Yep, it does.
Okay.
So Hayner to the line for the 1-on-1. Hayner scored the first 5 points here in the third quarter. Has not scored since. He's got 9 on the night.
Well, Hayner played really big there early.
That's Bell's fourth personal. So a lot of players on the floor right now, Nathan, with multiple foul trouble.
Somebody's.
I believe they're going to take those.
Take the noisemakers.
Yeah. Hayner misses the 1-on-1 front end.
Yeah.
Scott with a chance to answer. Down by 3, 46-43. Bell with it. Gives it over to Cooper. 18-foot jumper. Rims out, no good. Rebound tipped around. Controlled by Hayner and the Wildcats. Hayner gets to the Early. Early now. Up ahead with it. Early. Skips over to Cook. Cook has a three. Left side. Good for Noah Cook.
Now that's a huge three for Cook.
It's a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. 49-43. As the Wildcat faithful now on their feet. Cooper with it. Gives it across to Stone. Now to Hamilton. Spins in the lane. Head fake. Shot up. And gets the roll. John Hamilton, only his third field goal of the game.
What a move, though. That was fancy.
It was. Hamilton averages over double figures for the Skyhawks. But
he's had Noah Cook guarding him all night.
Yeah, that's true. Cook with it. Steps in. Foul line jumper for Noah Cook. Gets it to go. Big shot for Cook. He's got 11 now on the night. Back to a 6-point lead.
You can feel Noah Cook's confidence growing right now as he's hit 2 huge shots for the Wildcats.
Hamilton gets a screen from Bell. Hamilton still guarded by Cook. Now will drive in. Got a bump. Shot up. No good. They call a charge.
Cook again. Check out the Kenzel Lavas replay as Noah Cook's taking over the fourth quarter. Foul line jump shot is good, and Cook makes the 3, knocks down a free throw line jumper, then takes a charge. How about the past 2 minutes for this young man?
Yeah, you may see some more of him here as Early gets all the attention, but Cook has been the guy from the outside tonight for the Wildcats. 3 threes on the night for Noah Cook, and he's played great defense. Williamson in, floater up, couldn't get the roll, rebound underneath by the Skyhawks.
Good take by Williamson.
Here comes Cooper with it. He drives in the lane. Good pass, but great read by Williamson. The young freshman read the give and go there, able to knock it out of bounds.
If he doesn't read it, that's an easy 2 for Scott. And that give and go's been there for Scott most of the night. And the cheering section, they made him put away the noisemakers, but now they're just using their hands. I don't think they're going to confiscate those.
Pull-up jumper, Jagger Bell got the friendly roll. His first points of the second half. 4-point lead.
He's had a frustrating second half.
Early floats in, sidesteps, couldn't get it to go. And now Scott up ahead with it. Hamilton loses everybody but loses the ball out of bounds.
Oh, John Hamilton's going to look at the tape, and he is going to hate himself for that one. That was the easiest 2 points he was going to have of the night.
Hamilton played football for Scott as a freshman and sophomore, didn't his junior and senior years. Really good as a sophomore as a receiver. Just couldn't handle that one. Brown, 3, long, no good. The rebound backside by the Skyhawks, and here comes Scott with it. Stone backs Brown down, gives it off to Dingus. His shot up off the glass, no good. Tipped out, controlled by Williamson. Up ahead with it now. Cook. Good defense by the Skyhawks. Cook gets it stolen away from by Cooper. Cooper drives in, kicks it out. Hamilton head fakes. He'll drive baseline. Floater up, no good. Rebound will go to the Wildcats as Cooper upset. He thought he boxed him out. And now we're going to have a 1-and-1 as Williamson will go down.
And Cooper, he wasn't facing him. Cooper didn't like the call, and it looked like the right call. But you could see Coach Ballard was telling him, you zip it, you don't say a word, because he knows how big a T would be here.
Williamson at the line and misses. A 1-and-1. Foul shots have been a problem for the Wildcats here tonight.
That they have.
Scott with a chance, down by 4. 4:15 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. James Barger, Nathan Bush with you. We thank you for watching and listening to Logan Wildcat basketball on WVOW 101.9 FM, 1290 AM in Logan, West Virginia, as well on Video Productions. Fadeaway by Stone, hit every part of the rim, just couldn't go in. Early with it, they tipped, and that's why they're not going to call it a double dribble. He drives in, got bumped by Dingus there, and we can start to see some frustration on the face of the Skyhawks as Dingus picks up, I believe, his 5th.
Yeah, and Early called not an elbow, but a forearm right in the jaw. And he's shooting 2 now. And I got to give credit to Coach Ballard. He is keeping his team under control because very easily, if he hadn't calmed him down, there could have been a couple of technicals.
Yeah, you even saw Timmy Ryan look at Jagger Bell and then look at Coach Ballard and tell him you may want to keep him quiet as Early makes the first. And this rivalry alive and well here at the Fieldhouse tonight.
It's always a great time here.
Early makes both. 6-point lead again for the Wildcats. 53-47. Under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
Logan's done a good job getting around screens tonight, too.
Hamilton with it. High screen. Spins. Shot up. Short. Rebound tipped. Still tipped. Hamilton gets it. Baseline jumper for John. Couldn't go. Early gets the rebound. Early. Skip pass up ahead to Glick. Glick 2-on-2. Pulls it back out. Nope. Gives it to Early in the paint. Good jump stop. Shot up. Couldn't go. Gets his own rebound. Shot up. No good. Early upset with himself. Thought he should have made it, but here come the Skyhawks with it. Cooper in. Shot up. Rolls out. Jaron Glick rebound. And the pace considerably picked up here in the last minute. Glick with it. Loses it. Stolen by Dolan. Up ahead. Hamilton guarded. Got it to go.
Good job by Garrett Williamson to guard and not foul there. Even though Hamilton made the shot, Williamson didn't foul him. A foul there would have been huge.
Scott takes a full timeout. We'll do the same. 53-49, Logan leads. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Logan Basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
For your next vehicle, shop Thornhill Mitsubishi. Value, confidence, fast and easy credit acceptance, and total support with our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on every new Mitsubishi. No matter what lies on the road ahead, Thornhill is here for you.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Welcome back to Willie Acres Arena. James Parker, Nathan Bush. It's another good one between two storied rivals, Logan and Scott, as Logan takes a 53-49 lead with under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Logan with the basketball and a little momentum.
Scott's going to pressure now, full court.
Slack with it, across the timeline. He'll drive in, goes in, skip pass in the corner, tipped by Cooper out of bounds, and will stay with the Wildcats.
I'll tell you, James, past 2-3 weeks, we've had some fantastic ball games.
Absolutely.
Everywhere we go. Hope we keep it up.
Can't believe they pay us for this stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Painter with it. Swing pass up top to Cook. Logan will gladly burn some clock here if they can. Early with it. Double team. Then they're going to call a block there on Dolan, as that'll send Early to the line to shoot two.
The foul differential here in the second half is huge. Logan's 5 team fouls to Scott's 10. Well, now over 10, so that's huge. Every foul now, Logan shoots 2. Scott still 2 more until they get to the 1-1.
Early is 13 of 15 from the line.
And he's probably mad about the 2 he missed. So it just shows that young man's mentality.
Makes both 55-49. If you're going to foul somebody, Early's not the guy to foul if you're the Skyhawks.
Absolutely.
6-point lead for the Cats. Cooper with it. Stone top of the key. Gives it off to Bell. Bell drives in. Head fakes. Maybe took a step there that didn't get called. Great effort by Cooper. Dolan and Cook tie up. It will stay with the Skyhawks, though, on the possession.
Well, that's big. Now the possession arrow goes back to Logan. So now the tie-up will go to the Wildcats after that play. Well, Logan's ran a lot with this crew that's in here right now, the starting crew here.
Oh, great read by Garrett Williamson on the steal. They're trying to get Hamilton for the 3 in the corner, but Williamson read the play beautifully. Logan with the ball, up 6. Early with it. Sidestep spell. Goes up. Shot no good. Gets the rebound. And a jump ball. It will go to or stay with Logan, however.
And now Scott will get that possession arrow back. People don't realize, James, sometimes how big a tie-up can be.
It's very big in college and
high
school.
Absolutely. The NBA, it's just, we'll jump it.
Yeah. Williamson struggling to find somebody, and it is a timeout. Timeout for Logan.
They just barely got that in.
It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. We'll reset the game situation for you. 55-49, Logan leads by 6. 1:56 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Logan with the basketball, inbounding underneath their own basket.
Yeah, and if you're into high school basketball, James, tomorrow night, more high school basketball. The Man Hillbillies are in action. I believe there's a 7:30 tip-off on that. So it should be a fun evening. The Hillbillies have been on a roll as of late.
They have.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it earlier, this section, Region 4, Section 2, just phenomenal from top to bottom.
And this will be the last time that this section is played for at least 2 years, if not longer, with these 6 teams.
4 classification move that the SSAC is testing.
It's almost like I like it, but I'm kind of like the Big East dissolving. I'm going to miss it.
I agree. A lot of your natural rivalries will go bye-bye as Cook catches it. They're going to call Dolan with the foul, and that'll send Noah Cook to the line to shoot 2. Cook has not attempted a foul shot tonight. He will do so now. As we look at our All-State good hands replay, good catch by Cook here.
Absolutely. But again, these natural rivalries in the section, I am going to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun here in this section as Cook misses the first one. Keeps it a 2-possession game for the Skyhawks.
Cook trying to make this a 3-possession game, and does.
Scott has a minute and 55 seconds. They've got to go on a run now, James, if there was ever a time.
Trail by 7. Stone drives in, step back, thought about it, now pulls it up, kicks it outside to Cooper. Cooper will drive in. Floater off the glass, no good. Early rebound, and here comes David Early. Just dribbles through 3, and now will break the pressure himself. Early still with it.
One-man press breaker.
Yeah, it's just like the ball's on a yo-yo string. Early now over to Hayner. Skip past the Slack, back outside to Cook. Early with it, 1:20 to go. Logan a 7-point lead. Early in the corner. Williamson back outside. Logan doing a good job of just killing the clock here. Williamson back outside to Hayner. Now to Cook. Cook. Hayner.
They have killed 30 seconds off this clock. This is huge.
And they don't want to foul early. That's the problem, is they're trying to look for somebody else to foul. And Logan has just absolutely destroyed the clock here at the end of the fourth quarter of play. And it gives a Bronx cheer from the crowd as they start to get on their feet.
Yeah, and they've earned it. There's a foul, finally.
As Williamson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Logan ran a minute off the clock, just dribbling around. Unbelievable. As the crowd begins to sing to the Scott faithful, and
Williamson makes the first.
It's just a fun rivalry. Always has been. As many of the Scott faithful are now heading for the exits.
Williamson misses the second one, but a great offensive rebound by Aiden Slack inside, and that, if it wasn't over before, Slack's offensive rebound there may have put it out of reach if he can make any one of these foul shots.
Yeah, if he gets it up to 10, it's over.
Slack, big offensive rebound there. Misses the first.
Logan does need to work on some free throw shooting, James. No doubt about that. They've left a lot at the line tonight.
Outside of early, it's been a struggle at the line. We'll probably get those statistics to you at the end of the game. As Slack makes the second. 9-point lead for Logan, 58-49. Stone with it. Guarded by Slack. Fade away from Stone. Short rebound. Hayner early with it. Swings it up ahead to Aiden Slack. Slack lays it in. Logan up by double digits now, 60-49.
I'll tell you what, James. The final score will not indicate how close this game really was.
Hamilton leans into a 3 and is fouled. So Hamilton will go to the line to shoot 3.
The old Paul Pierce. So, but yeah, I mean, this game was a lot closer than that final score will indicate, as the Wildcats were tested tonight, James. Very much tested.
As Williamson picks up his 5th. As Glick will check in for him. Garrett Williamson played a pretty good game.
He did. He did. Played really well in the 4th. And was able to stay in the game without fouling out.
Yeah,
that was big.
That's a big plus. Logan didn't use a lot of their bench tonight as they have in past games, but the guys they brought in played really well. Aiden Slack off the bench. Cameron Hensley played well in the first half for the Wildcats, but for one of the first times this year, we see Logan stick with their starters for much of the game. But they're going to come away with a victory tonight as Hamilton makes 2 of 3 from the line as Ballard takes a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep things here as we start to look down the road at our broadcast lineup.
Oh, yeah, got a lot coming your way on WVOW for sure, sports related.
Tomorrow morning, 9:30 to 11, the Hatcher Show.
I'll be there bright and early. You're welcome to join us.
You know, normally,
and you can bring Bismarcks from New Era Bakery if you like.
On a school night or school day, I'm up at about 5:30, somewhere around in there. On the weekends, I like to have my coffee a little bit later than that, Nathan.
Yeah, I'll be up tomorrow morning at about 4:45 or so to get into the station nice and early and everything ready. Got a lot going on at the station tomorrow. Make sure you're up with us. I'll have some music cranked for when James finally decides to get out of bed. I can't give you too much of a hard time. You're up earlier than I am almost every day of the week. So
I don't know. Haven't been this week. I've had 2 sick kids at the house, so we kind of slept in. Hayner up ahead with it. Slams it home. Mitchell Hayner puts the exclamation point on the victory for the Wildcats as Logan defeats the Scott Skyhawks 62-51 here tonight.
How about the dunk from Hayner here to finish it off? Nice play, Mitchell Hayner.
Nathan and I are going to step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have some final stats and final thoughts for you here from Willie Akers Arena. You're listening to Logan Wildcat basketball right here on WVOW and Video Production.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Back here at Willie Acres Arena, once again, your final score. It's Logan 62, Scott 51, and Nathan, a big win for the Wildcats as they rebound off the 5-point loss they had on Tuesday to the Chapmanville Tigers, and they're able to pull away late in this one. You mentioned right before the end of the game, this game a lot closer than the final score shows you, but Logan able to finally pull away and win by double digits. And really it was the second half by David Early, specifically at the foul line, that helped Logan pull away, but Noah Cook played a key role in the second half for the Wildcat victory.
He absolutely did, James. There in the third quarter, Noah Cook kind of just owned about 2 to 3 minutes there, making 2 or 3 big shots, great defensive plays, knocks down free throws, does a great job. Noah Cook's just a great kid, and there's something about those guys that you just, we talk about Noah Cook and how good of a player he is. There's just something about a defensive-minded player that I'm just such a big fan of, because they're the guys, you don't hear about them. They do all the dirty work. Like, if you ever watch the NBA, Tony Allen was one of those guys. Ron Artest, Metta World Peace, whatever you want to call him. I mean, just guys that they're not going to fill up the scoring sheet, but they are going to play the toughest, hard-nosed defense that you're going to find. Javon Carter, another guy like that. So those defensive players, man, I just enjoy them. I love watching Noah Cook play.
Final scoring tonight for the Wildcats, David Early finishing with 29 points to lead all scorers for Logan tonight. Mitchell Hayner finishing with 11 points. Garrett Williamson with 5 points. Noah Cook with 12 points on the night. Aiden Slack with 3 points. And Carson Kirk with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Logan Wildcats. For the Scott Skyhawks, John Hamilton finishes with 10 points. Landon Stone with 7 points. Jagger Bell held to only 2 points in the second half. He finishes with 13. Gavin Cooper with 4 points. Caleb Dingus with 7 points. And Braxton Dolan with 10 points on the night for the Scott Skyhawks. And Nathan, again, early, big night tonight, 29 points. And it's, he gets those points, and you wonder sometimes, how many points did Early have? How many points did Early? He didn't seem like he had a lot, and then the next thing you know, he's got 29.
Yeah. I mean, he did a lot of damage at the free throw line tonight, James, but have his points from there and then have his points coming from buckets. And he was guarded well tonight, I thought. I thought Scott had a great game plan to keep him from beating them. But, again, he's able to find a way, whether it be offensive rebounds, whether it be splitting defenders, dribbling, just he can do it all.
I think one interesting fact about Early tonight, Nathan, no three-point field goals for David Early.
Yeah, I don't think he had any threes against Chapmanville either. He's really taken his game into the inside, and I think that's benefited him a little bit. Sounds like the fire alarm's going off.
It is. That's generally, Aaron Stowe's telling us now you got to wrap it up now. We got to get out of here with the fire alarm going off. But we'll go ahead and get to our temp control hot hand of the game
and producer?
Our Farmer Klein and Campbell player of the game. Tonight's temp control hot hand of the game is going to go to Noah Cook, as Cook with 12 points tonight as he picks up your Farmer Klein and Campbell player of the game as well. So Cook getting double duty tonight on players of the game. Not only just for his 12 points tonight, Nathan, but his defensive effort as well.
Yeah, because he was the guy that shut down. I don't want to say shut down. Hamilton still had 10, but to keep him as low as he did, and let's see, Hamilton had, if I'm looking here correctly, he had 10, but he only had 4 field goals in the whole ball game. So great work by Noah Cook to shut down John Hamilton from his jump shooting.
Tonight's hot hand again goes to Noah Cook. This winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control, Chapmanville, 304-855-5200. And again, Noah Cook, also your Farmer Klein and Campbell player of the game. That'll do it for Nathan and I from up top here at Willie Acres Arena. Don't forget to join Nathan, Justin, and Coach Hatcher on the Hatcher Show, 9:30 to 11 on WVOW Radio tomorrow morning. Should be a good lineup of all kinds of local basketball coaches.
We had Dan D'Antoni on a couple of weeks ago. We've had the retiring coach from over at Pikeville. So a lot of great stuff on the Hatcher Show. If you're not up in the morning with a cup of coffee with your radio on, what are you doing? What are you doing? All it's on is Golden Girls reruns. I mean, come on. Hey, great show, by the way.
Great show. All right, that'll do it here for us from Willie Acres Arena. Once again, your final score, Logan 62, Scott 51. For Nathan Bush, Robbie Mounts, and Aaron Stone, I'm James Barker bidding you a good evening. We now join basketball Friday night, already in progress on WVOW Radio. Thanks for watching and listening to Logan High School basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.